We've all been there. You set a massive goal, you feel a surge of energy, you tell yourself, this is the time I'm going to change my life. But fast forward 2 weeks, and that burning drive is completely gone. What happened? The truth is, motivation isn't a permanent personality trait. It's an emotion. And just like happiness, sadness, or anger, motivation comes and goes. Relying solely on that initial burst of inspiration to carry you to the finish line is a recipe for failure. If you want to achieve your long-term goals, you have to learn how to manufacture momentum even when you don't feel like it. Today, we are going to break down 4 highly practical, scientifically backed strategies on how to remain motivated when things get tough. Strategy number 1. You need to anchor your actions to a deep, intrinsic why. Psychologists separate motivation into 2 categories, extrinsic and intrinsic. Extrinsic motivation is doing something for an external reward, like money, fame, or praise. Intrinsic motivation is doing something because the act itself is deeply meaningful or enjoyable to you. When things get hard, extrinsic motivation usually fails. If you're just trying to get a six-pack to impress strangers, you'll probably skip the gym when it's raining. But if your why is that you want to be healthy enough to play with your kids, you'll find a way to work out. Take a moment right now. Whatever goal you are struggling with, ask yourself why you are doing it. Keep asking why until you hit an emotional core. Write that core reason down on a sticky note and put it somewhere you will see it every single morning. Strategy number 2, shrink the mountain. One of the biggest killers of motivation is feeling overwhelmed. When a goal is too big, your brain perceives it as a threat. Procrastination is actually a stress relief mechanism. Your brain says, writing a 300-page book is too scary. Let's scroll social media instead to feel safe. To outsmart your own brain, you have to break massive goals down into ridiculously small microtasks. Don't tell yourself you need to write a whole chapter today. Tell yourself you just need to write one single paragraph. Don't say you need to clean the entire house. Commit to cleaning off one single counter. When you shrink the mountain into stepping stones, the task is no longer threatening. The resistance drops, and it becomes much easier to take action. Strategy number 3 takes this concept even further. It's called the 2-minute rule. Popularized by productivity experts, the rule states that whenever you are struggling to start a new habit, scale it down to a version that takes 2 minutes or less to do. Want to start reading before bed? Read 1 page. Want to do yoga? Just roll out your yoga mat. That's it. You are allowed to stop after 2 minutes. The psychology here is powerful. A body at rest tends to stay at rest, but a body in motion tends to stay in motion. The hardest part of any task is simply starting. Once you have your shoes on and you're out the door for a 2-minute walk, you will almost always decide to keep going. You are building the habit of showing up, which is the foundation of long-term motivation. Strategy number 4, celebrate the small wins. We often withhold feeling proud of ourselves until we cross the final finish line. This deprives our brain of dopamine, the very chemical responsible for motivation. Dopamine isn't just a reward, it's the fuel that drives us forward. When you finish that 1 paragraph, or when you complete that 2-minute walk, pause and genuinely give yourself credit. Check it off a list, do a small fist pump, or just tell yourself good job. By acknowledging small progress, you release a hit of dopamine, which physically wires your brain to want to do the action again tomorrow. To remain motivated, remember, it's not about waiting for inspiration to strike. It's about creating a system. Find your deep why, break the work down into tiny pieces, use the 2-minute rule to trick yourself into starting, and celebrate every single step forward. Motivation might fade, but momentum is something you can build every single day. So, what's your 2-minute task for today? Go do it right now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.